The Tongueless Choir. I never expected a small town music festival to ruin my life. It started innocently enough, a weekend trip with some friends, curious to see the old church on the hill. The town had been hyping up the choir for weeks, saying their music was unlike anything you've ever heard. The church itself was ancient, its stone walls blackened with centuries of candle smoke. We stepped inside and we were immediately struck by the choir's presence. They were seated in perfect rows, their robes pristine, their posture flawless, and then they began to sing. It wasn't just beautiful, it was otherworldly. Every note struck a chord deep inside me, vibrating in my chest, echoing in my skull. I could feel it pulling at something in my mind, something primal. That's when I noticed it. Their mouths moved in perfect harmony, but their tongues were gone. Smooth, empty cavities, pale and horrifying, and yet the music didn't falter. It poured out as if from some invisible source, haunting and impossible. I tried to avert my gaze, but the sound held me. Other audience members were swaying, eyes glazed, smiles eerily serene. Some were weeping softly, entranced. Every time I blinked, I noticed more grotesque details, veins pulsing along their necks, fingers twitching unnaturally, shadows behind their eyes that seemed to move with a life of their own. A soft cough from a man in the back made me flinch. He opened his mouth and I saw it. His tongue was missing. Blood pooled in the corners of his mouth. His eyes met mine, and I realized the truth. Choir feeds on voices, slowly stealing the tongues of anyone who hears them sing. Panic surged. I tried to leave, but the doors slammed shut. The candles flickered violently, casting grotesque, moving shadows across the walls. The music intensified, pressing against my chest, invading all of my thoughts. My friends tried to scream and then went silent. Their mouths moved, lips forming words, but no sound ever came out. I ran down the aisle, heart hammering, tripping over pews. The choir's song wrapped around me like chains, pulling me back. Each note burned in my ears. I stumbled into the center, falling at the feet of the conductor. His face was serene, his mouth as empty as the rest. "You hear the music?" he said silently, his eyes dark pools. "And now it hears you." Pain exploded in my mouth. I clawed at my tongue, but it wasn't there anymore. The sensation of it being ripped away lingered even after it was gone. Blood filled my mouth. I tried to scream. Silence. The choir song became my song. I was seated, hands trembling, lips moving perfectly with the notes, but nothing escaped my mouth. My friends sat on either side, eyes hollow, mouthing words they could no longer speak. The last note echoed, and I realized the truth. The choir never sang for the audience. They sang from the audience. Every voice, every scream, every whisper became part of the music. And now, I was a permanent member. The doors opened eventually, letting new spectators in. They smiled as the music washed over them. I recognized some of them from earlier. They didn't know yet. They would soon join us, adding their voices to the unholy harmony. And I would sing forever, tongueless, trapped, my horror swallowed by the eternal, inescapable melody.